Defence-wise, Ireland is a protectorate of Britain. They monitor our skies and our seas and have done so since our independence in the 1920s. But that's slowly changing. Ireland has begun to develop its own military, together with partners like France, although Britain is still playing a major role. Since 2022 and the invasion of Ukraine, Ireland has begun to take funding our defence forces here a lot more seriously. Now, not in the same way that people in Eastern Europe maybe have. We're certainly not, it's not a major policy problem, I suppose, amongst the Irish public. People are more sensitive to joining any sort of military alliance. That's the debate here. Not when we don't really discuss spending or defense in the way that a lot of European countries do. I've made a lot of videos about the topic, but basically, it's safe to say that the defense forces are not up to scratch here in Ireland. We have a recruitment crisis and we also lack just basic capabilities. I made a video about the Irish Navy, and in it, we have one functioning ship for long range patrols, and I think two functioning ones for short range, meaning we can't really protect our waters, which is our territorial waters is 8 times the size of the island. So keep that in mind. We don't have jets fast enough to intercept modern aircraft. And we also lack a radar system, meaning the state isn't able to see who is in our airspace and who isn't. But according to today's Irish Times, the radar issue is soon to be resolved. Ireland's first long range military radar systems to be in place next year. The state's first long range military radar systems will be in place from next year, the Minister for Defence has said. Helen McEntee also said a fully capable radar system will be introduced by the end of 2028. The Cabinet this week approved moving to the next stage of acquiring the military radar facility. France was selected months ago as Ireland's preferred partner to deliver the programme, which the Irish Times previously reported would cost some €500 million. The Commission on the Defence Forces recognised the need for improvement in the area and said the development of a primary radar capability should be an immediate priority to ensure Ireland could maintain a complete, recognised air picture. This means the military can see all aircraft over the state, including those with their transponders switched off. The military radar project comprises three parts: a long-range land-based radar, a ship-borne maritime radar, and ground-based air defence systems, which will include counter-drone technology. McEntee said the government's first decision to approve the first part of the final business case would allow the next phase of the programme to proceed. She said this included the acquisition of long-range radar systems and further ground-based air defence capabilities. Today's decision is a major milestone for Ireland's defence and security, she said. The minister also said that the first long range radar systems were expected to be delivered next year, with full capability in place by the end of 2028. For the first time, the Defence Forces will have the capability to monitor activity across Irish airspace using long range radar, she said. Together with new ground based air defence capabilities, this will significantly strengthen Ireland's ability to protect our skies. So this has been in the works for a while, but this week there was a vote in the Dáil and it moved on to the next stage. So that's why it's popping up in the news again now. And look, it's no surprise that France is the one that's helping us develop it. All of our recent defence forces orders have been to French companies. We don't want to be reliant on the United States or on Britain for equipment. It's this whole buy EU mindset. And the French are very happy to become defence partners with us. Although, again, I mean, we're still heavily reliant on Britain. It's not, we're not becoming a French protectorate anytime soon. Now, look, I think most Irish people would say it's a good idea for the defence forces to have basic capabilities. But to some, they would still see this as a waste of money. It's a €500 million that's not going to housing or healthcare or whatever. And what I would say to that is, well, look, I don't want to be reliant on Britain for defence. I don't want to functionally be a protectorate in that limited sense. Every other way, we're an independent nation. I grant you that. But when it comes to anything to do with defense, we're basically an extension of the UK. Let's be honest. So this is about building up Irish sovereignty, I think. That's how I view this issue. And second, the world is changing. It's becoming more important to be able to do things yourself. You see, not just the war in Ukraine, because it's not like Ireland's going to be fucking invaded or anything, but there's an increasing amount of people who don't want to really participate in multilateralism in any way. They don't want to help other states. They just only want to help themselves. And there's a real possibility that in the future, a reform government would tell Ireland, hey, like, pick up the slack, we're paying your bill, and you can get screwed. It's becoming incredibly important to be able to do things yourself. And that's kind of bleak. And I wish that wasn't true. But look around the world, and I think it is. Either way, it's great that Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil have brought this forward. This is an issue that shouldn't have even existed. We should have had our own radar system for a very long time. So I won't give them too much credit because they're the ones that have neglected the defense forces for so long. And that's why we're in the crisis we're in now. But it's better late than never. And I'm happy to see the changes.